Hello everybody, it was great to see some of you over at the Great Bar Hotel at the weekend. Good to catch up with some old faces and some new ones. So I just thought I'd do a little video for you. I know Howard and Jane can't make the sizzle tonight, so I thought I'd do a little video for you just to talk about some of the top things you can do when you're shooting a video, especially for social media. Which this is not what I'm doing right now, because the top one, and by the way, if I screw this up, I'm just going to keep going, because my biggest problem is I'm a perfectionist and I try to learn everything rote, and I end up taking kind of 50 takes to make one video. So I'm absolutely winging it now, but I have made some notes. So number one, when you're making a video for social media, you got to hook someone within the first 3 seconds. You know, it could be, don't even bother watching another video until you've checked this out first for some reason. Or, I don't know, maybe you want to be talking about the cosmetics or something like that. You just want something snappy that will grab their attention. People just scroll, they want quick stuff, onto the next thing, onto the next thing. So you've got to grab them. Okay. Secondly, and I hate to admit this, film vertically, as I am doing now. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. Videos should be rectangular that way. This whole vertical phone thing, I absolutely despise. But we have to do it, especially if you're on Instagram, by the way. So you do need to do it. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, all this kind of stuff. It frames for mobile, so it makes sense, but I really struggle with that one. But do that, as I am doing now and will continue to do. Third one, use natural light, or if you can afford it, a ring light. You can get ring lights very cheaply from Amazon now. I'm not going to bother taking my phone down now. I've got it clamped to the wall, but I'm stood in front of a window here in my studio. I'm getting natural daylight. If you get some studio lights, I can turn that on, but it can all be a bit harsh. So wherever possible, I'm going to turn it off again. Or maybe that looks pretty good actually. I'm bouncing it off the wall there. So there could be an argument for that. I'm actually bouncing the light backwards off a wall. It's reflecting off the white wall back at me. I'm going to turn it off. Actually, I would argue that's good, because I don't have a shadow on that side of my face, so I'm going to leave that on. But any case, you can buy a ring light very cheaply from Amazon. And ladies, it actually makes your eyes look really sexy, because you have these like this round white glow in your eyes that actually looks really sexy. Okay, this one is very close to my heart, and this matters. Let me tell you, most famous film directors, they know, and they will admit when you get them to one side, that audio is 50% of the movie. You could shoot the most beautiful movie of all time, but if your audio sucks and the music is crap, we're not talking about music here, but definitely film directors know, and they teach this at film school, your audio has to be brilliant. And it's no different when you're doing your social media videos. If your audience can't hear you clearly, it just pulls them away, especially if you're in a big echoey room. Those of you that did go to the Great Bar this weekend probably don't know, I settled on 5 different locations, and 4 of those different options were because the audio was so bad. The first room I didn't even bother setting up in. The second one I set up wasn't great. It was very echoey. But more importantly, it was just above the bar at the hotel, and they started pumping out this music. So all you could hear was this thumping music. So for those of you filming videos, that would have been really annoying. So I moved again. That room sounded crap as well. So just try and find a place in your house or your shed or anywhere. It's got to have a half decent background. This is pretty cool, I've got to say. It's got to have a half decent background, but The audio is so important. If you've got this cavernous, like if you're in your kitchen and there's tiles everywhere and you've got a shiny marbly floor, the audio is probably going to pull the viewer out of the video. They're just going to be thinking, the voice is swimming in reverb here and I'm not vibing with that. So audio, so important, believe me. Oh my God, I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to that. I'm getting better. Perfectionism is the enemy of progress. I keep telling myself that. I think I came up with that phrase, but I might not have. But anyway, I tell myself that, but I don't live. Do as I say, not as I do. Number 5, keep it short and focused. These days, people, especially young people, have got the attention span of a friggin' gnat. If you're going off in different directions, and a lot of people, when they were doing the videos the other day, tended to go off in different directions, and I do it myself. Anybody remember the two Ronnies? Ronnie Corbett used to sit down in his chair and tell a story, and his story used to go off in all these different things, and I tend to do that. So really stick to your point. Think about what am I trying to get across in this video, and really stick to it. And if your video only lasts 30 seconds, even better. If that's all you need to say, don't fluff it up with extra stuff. Just try and be concise. So anyway, that's my top 5 tips. I hope you like them, and I look forward to seeing you at an event down the road. Mwah! Didn't have to do multiple takes. That was the first one.